Welcome back. It's the weekend, and as usual, we're tickling our taste buds with some craft beers, perfect for your Saturday evening.
Or any evening, for that matter. Beer Sommelier, Dean McGuinness, is here to guide us through India Pale Ales from around the world. People who like their beers, Dean, will know this IPA on bottles. Just tell us a little bit about where it came from and why it's so important to the beer enthusiast.
Yeah, well, I suppose what you would have had, especially in America, where the craft beer movement would have developed over time up to about the 60s, 70s, the beers were getting blander and blander. And one of the ways that they were doing that was taking out the hop flavour, reducing the bitterness, making the beers a little bit easier to drink. So when people started looking for more flavour, they started looking at styles that would have more hop flavour, and IPAs are all about hops. So hops give bitterness in beer, which balances out the sweetness. And sometimes people can find bitterness a little bit challenging. We're genetically predisposed to find bitterness unusual. It gives us a signal that the thing that we're tasting could be poison. Some poisons are
Never
taste
stopped
bitter.
you, Tommy.
So
A man who poisons himself weekly.
you have to develop a taste for bitterness.
In terms of market share, is it up there now with?
In America, the craft beer movement would be about 12% of the total market, and 88% then would be mainstream beers. But that's a large market, and it's quite an amount of...
And by the way, just to explain the India thing, because people might think that means they're from India, but it's not. It's due to colonial times, is it?
Yeah, originally in England, what you had was people brewing beer in England and then shipping it to India. And as it went to India, it had to pass over the equator twice. It had to go around the hook of Africa. And it was heating up, cooling down as it was going. So the beer was under more stress. And if you have more hop flavour, if you have more alcohol in the beer, then that helps the beer preserve itself.
Right.
So by the time it would get to the colonies, it would be in
So these are going to be all about hops then. Let's start with New Zealand.
Yeah, and
Look at that for a cool little top.
slightly different opening.
It's got that nice
Yes.
wrinkly ridge on it.
And we've also got an IPA glass. This glass has been designed by an Austrian company in conjunction with some craft brewers who specialise in IPAs. And it's specifically designed to kind of capture the hop aroma in the beer to kind of accentuate it.
So we're going to be getting fruity flavours here, are we?
Yeah, with hops, there's two types of flavours that you get from it. When hops are added early in the boil, you get bitterness. And then when hops are added later, when the beer is dry hopped, you can get various different flavours, fruity flavours, sometimes tropical fruit, sometimes citrus. Sometimes it can be spicy or piney or things like that.
You had him at hello. Look at him. He's enjoying that one,
That is
aren't
a
you?
waft of heaven, even just the...
That is a very nice beer.
Yeah, there's a lot of tropical fruit in it. And it's a funny thing, with this beer, sometimes if you like malty beers, because I know that you prefer sweeter beer, Simon.
That's not bad, though.
Yeah, the sweetness in the beer is boosted up a bit to balance out that bitterness. And if you had all of the sweetness without the bitterness, it would be unbelievably cloying. You know, it would be just kind of too much
So
to
it's
take.
a balance, really,
so
isn't it?
it's a balance, yeah, and it makes the beer much more
That's
drinkable.
very nice. How strong is that now?
5.4%.
Oh, right. Okay.
So we're just kind of, well, I suppose internationally, 5% would be the kind of norm for most beers. In Ireland, the norm is 4.3%. So it's taken a step
that's
up.
a little...
And price point for that thing?
For that, you're looking about $2.49, $2.59.
That's a nice beer as
Oh,
well.
it's lovely.
Yeah.
And in the glass as well, you get all the...
Yeah, and it's amazing the difference that it can make if you put beers into a glass. The way the glass is shaped, it captures the aromas, and then also when you're swirling it, you can get away with a hell of a lot of swirling without the beer going all over the
You should try and get a sweaty
place.
boot in that shape, because you normally drink it out.
Yeah, my foot would fit easily in there, I'd say. We're going to move to Hawaii now.
Hawaii.
Now, is this going to be sunshiny, refreshing, surfing beer?
It is, yeah, I suppose you're getting a certain...
Don't drink and surf.
One
That's the message, kids. Castaway IPA from
Coda
Hawaii.
Castaway IPA, set up by a family, a guy called Cameron Healy. Haven't been able to work out if there's an Irish connection there.
Has to be.
And then the son's name is Spoon Kalsa.
Pardon?
Yeah,
Spoon of Kalsa. Which is what you have. You have too many of them.
if you're going to be born in Hawaii, you're going to end up with a name
I'm
like
not getting the same blast of fruitiness from the bouquet.
Yeah, you'll get, with this one, it's a step up in alcohol, but they have made the body of the beer a little bit lighter, and it's a little bit crisper, a little bit more refreshing, not quite as full on the flavour. But at 6%, it's actually a step up in strength. It doesn't taste
really?
the 6%. Yeah,
That doesn't taste stronger.
No,
I would suggest if you put the two together, you'd think that one was stronger.
That's a much nicer tasting beer. There's more to taste in that one.
Okay.
Absolutely agree.
That's
First
a
time we've
little,
agreed.
Yeah. We should celebrate.
That's it.
Cheers.
That's it. Show's over.
Not bland is the wrong word, but there's a little less going on.
It's a little bit lighter in body, and then when it's
Yeah.
lighter in body, you possibly get a little bit more of the bitterness. So the sweetness of the Max Green Beret would balance out the bitterness. They're almost exactly the same in terms of bitterness, but this one...
But as I said,
Yeah.
if you're sitting in Hawaii beside the beach, just after catching a few barrels on the
With spoon.
surfboard, you want something nice and refreshing, don't you?
Or out in Sligo, lying on the beach
there-
in summertime.
Yeah.
Drink out in there. As opposed to Scotland, where you're not going to be catching too many barrels.
Yeah, no, this
So
one...
you want something different.
Classic craft brewery in Scotland, and the guy who set up this brewery is a chef by trade, so he's well into his flavour. But they have taken a North American influence. When you see the name of a country associated with an IPA, that refers to where the hops have come from. So this would be an American IPA, but it has been brewed in Scotland.
So it's all about the hops, or give it the flavour and the character.
And with this one, then there is some more pine, which is the other classic flavour that you'll get from it. Now, this is a multi-gold medal award-winning beer.
This is more woody.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah, that pine character.
Yeah.
It's like a very...
Like a forest floor.
That's it. And
I like it. Have you ever been unconscious on a forest floor? Woke up with a mouthful of forest floor. Many's the time.
as you taste it, the fruit flavour starts to come through in the taste. So you've got a balance
That is
of
quality. You've just told us a
pine.
gold medal beer, so we kind of have to like it, but it's lovely, isn't it?
If you had to, 1, 2 or 3. Quick.
I'm going to go for that one.
3. I'm going for 1.
Yeah, fair enough. Sorry.
Your Eminence, thank you
Sorry to
very
be
much as
fucking Hawaii.
always.